My dear students, we are here to discuss the newspaper The Hindu dated November 10. I am very sure that all my dear students would have read the newspapers, applied your mind to get the best benefit of the program. Every day we, all the faculty members, are providing you, every day we provide you short tests which are available in the feed section of our application. But I must say that I am a bit disheartened to know that very few people are doing the questions that are provided. I request all of you, you see there is no one single method that we can accumulate the ammunition to succeed in these exams. As regards general awareness is concerned, every day I give you a few questions in the feed section as general awareness test. That is one way of you to get a glimpse of what is happening around you. Then every week I give you general awareness notes in 3 ways. Test is given, almost 3 tests every week, and the notes are also given. They are very elaborate. You might have watched one of my videos of recent times in which I could proudly claim that most of the questions that came up for State Bank of India examinations were from our notes, State Bank of India Clerical General Awareness. So that should give confidence to you, it should give confidence to me, because most of the questions were cut and paste of our notes. So what I am saying is that rely heavily, you read your notes and ensure that you do all the tests that are given. Good afternoon everyone. So this program of newspaper analysis will give you an impetus how to improve the quality of your reading. I shall tell you a few things that you might not know. A few days back I discussed GST. Yesterday I briefly told you about the ozone depleting substances and global warming. So today too I may say a few things. So this will give you a good background for better reading and better understanding. But with all kind of honesty I would say that I am totally disappointed by the lower number of participants for the short tests that I give daily. It could be that you have a fear inside that what if I make a wrong answer, what if I do not get good score. That does not matter, the score does not matter now. What matters is the accumulation of information. So I sincerely hope that all of you, all the students who have joined the app and learning will do the general awareness part of the examination very honestly and sincerely. Why? Because it is very easy to score. If it is a question on reasoning or mathematics, even if you know, you got to do, you got to calculate, you got to do. But when it comes to general awareness, if you know, with a click of a mouse, in no time you will get the marks. Anyway, let me start with the analysis of November 10, 2020. The major news has been Pfizer, the international pharma major, announcing that their vaccine is 90% effective, which is a good news to the economies of the world. So COVID-19 vaccine could be 90% effective, claims Pfizer. It may apply for emergency use node in the United States of America. In America there is an agency called Food and Drug Administration, FDA, a powerful agency which will approve medicines. So pharma major Pfizer said on Monday that early peek at the data on its coronavirus vaccine suggests the shots may be a robust 90% effective at preventing COVID-19. So, the world is yet to come out with a vaccine that can be used with confirmation. So, this is a good news, it is a beginning, and so plenty of vaccine candidates are available now. In India too, Covaxin and many other companies are about to announce, or they are in the different stages of trial, and soon many candidate vaccines are in different stages of trial. So, the world requires billions of vaccines to ensure that coronavirus is eradicated. So, it is a good news. We have to wait which company is coming out with the most promising vaccine. There are plenty of doubts regarding that. What is going to be the longevity of the vaccine, and how to transfer vaccine from the central government, from the producer's place to different states, how to transfer, how to transport, how to store, how to administer, and who should be given priority. These are the back end work that are being done now. So, it is definitely a good news that pharma major has announced, Pfizer has announced that 90% foolproof vaccine is produced. So, the world awaits many announcements of these kinds. National Green Tribunal links cracker sales to air quality. We know that the festival season is in the offing. Diwali is celebrated all across India. So, a lot of crackers are used, maybe from tomorrow or the day after. A lot of crackers are used. Already major cities in the world are polluted heavily. So, the National Green Tribunal has come into play with a latest order. So, we shall check what the latest orders speak about. Between November 10 and November 30, cities and towns across the country where average ambient air quality level in November fell below poor, there is a total ban on sale of all kinds of firecrackers. So, NGT has connected the allowance, the permission to use firecrackers to the air quality of such cities. So, if the air quality is poor, then there is a total ban all across the country, all across the towns and cities, if the air quality is poor. And if the air quality is moderate, then green crackers can be used for only 2 hours. These are the essence of the directives given by the National Green Tribunal. We know that Shivakashi in Tamil Nadu is the hub of firecrackers manufacturing. So, now NGT has given greater weightage to the environment than to the employment provided by the firecracker industry. So, anyway, this could be a good sign. We know that in Punjab and in Haryana, farmers are burning paddy hay in preparation of preparation to sow the seeds for the next agriculture season. So, this smoke reaches up to Delhi, and during the winter time the air is the environment is really foggy. The Supreme Court has given a few serious verdicts regarding this matter, directed the central government as well as the state governments to ensure that the paddy hay is not burnt, but unfortunately it is not fully followed or complied with. So, air quality of many cities is rather poor. So, the NGT's latest directives must be read along with the alarming nature of air quality in many cities in India. Finance panel submits report with separate section on state finances. Finance panel, we know that as per Article 280 of the Indian Constitution, the Finance Commission is appointed every year. The job of the Finance Commission is to ensure that the resources are properly shared between the center and the states. We know that the central government has or will get the biggest chunk of tax revenue, while the state governments are the front runner in providing welfare to the people. So the central government shares its resources, financial resources, with the states, and who decides how much must be given to the state, what portion of the state government's taxes should be given to the state, it is decided by the Finance Commission. The latest Finance Commission has submitted its report to the President of India, Sri Ramnath Kovind. Now soon the report will be given to the Prime Minister, and later on it will be given tabled before the Parliament. Then once it is presented in front of the Parliament, then the general public will know more about the Finance Commission report. Of course, Parliament has the right to know first. So when only the Parliament comes to know about the matter, that the general public will get full details about the prescriptions given by the Finance Commission. So the Finance Commission has uniquely titled this year's report as Finance Commission in COVID times. This is the 15th Finance Commission which gave the report to the President of India. The Finance Commission, in its terms of reference, referred a few more things, how to use non-lapsable funds by the central government in the case of national security, and how can the states be given funds on the basis of performance. So performance linked transfer of funds, that is one thing. Another, how can we keep funds as non-lapsable? We know that every year the budgetary allocation should be used within that year, but in the case of national security, can that funds be made non-lapsable? So that was also a thing that the Finance Commission studied, and the report of which was given to the President. So we have to wait and see. For a few more days we have to wait, so we will get more information about what exactly the recommendations were. Then it will become very important for all your forthcoming examinations. So presently, what is the information that you have to keep in mind? One, who is the chairman of the Finance Commission. The next is what is the order of the Finance Commission in ordinal, which is the 15th Finance Commission. Then whom does the Finance Commission submit the report to? It is the President of India. And what are the basic terms of reference, additional terms of reference. And since Finance Commission has uniquely titled its report as Finance Commission COVID times, that can also become very important. So and what does Finance Commission do? It provides in how to recommends to the central government how to divide the resources between itself and the state governments. So I have spoken about the finance panel news item that has come up in the paper. Ensure that you read it and jot down your in your notes. Let me proceed. No fireworks. Okay, the Hindu editorial, no fireworks. So this is clearly the Hindu's reflection on the news items by the Hindu's reflection on the NGT's order. National Green Tribunal's order prohibited the sale and use of firecrackers during Deepavali in the national capital region of Delhi and in urban centers that recorded poor or worse air quality in November last year. In November last year, if the air quality was poor, in such states there is no use or sale of firecrackers. That is the order of the NGT. Listen, National Clean Air Program was allocated 4,400 crore in the budget 2020-21. 4,400 crore was given to National Clean Air Program, 4,400 crore, out of which half of the amount was disbursed by the government a few days back. So, what was the target given to National Clean Air Program, which seeks to reduce particulate matter of pollution by 20 to 30% by 2024. By 2024, the particulate matter, the residues available in the atmosphere, the particulate matter must be reduced by 20 to 30% compared to 2017 level, and this particular target must be achieved by 2024. All are very, very important from the point of view of your examination. So, please read this article and jot down. So, the Hindu has shown its conscience on the latest report by the Hindu. Yes, let me read a few responses from you. Some disturbance in the audio. So, okay, 𝐿𝐸 has spoken about stubble burning. That's what I said, that paddy hay is burned. Yes, some issue with the microphone could be true. If it is an issue of concern to you, we shall check. My technical team is checking that. For any reason, if it cannot be fixed today, sorry for that. We shall seriously look into that matter. Let me proceed further. So, no fireworks during this Deepavali if the air quality of the city or town was poor or graded as poor in 2019 November. 2019 November, if the air quality of that particular city or township was poor, then no firecracker sale or use in that town or city this year. That is the essence of the verdict given by the Green Tribunal, National Green Tribunal. So, please read about this portion also. National Clean Air Program, which seeks to reduce particulate matter to 20 to 30% by 2024. So, that is also very, very important information. The war within. The war within is the second editorial, a very important editorial. This is about Ethiopia. What is the capital of Ethiopia? It is Addis Ababa. Addis Ababa is important now because Ethiopia is in the midst of news. So, Ethiopia's Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed won the Nobel Prize for Peace in 2019 for making peace with Eritrea, its neighboring country, with which Ethiopia has been in war for many years. We know that Africa is known for clan struggle and clan fight. So, that is a reality in Africa even now. So, Abiy Ahmed, once he became the Prime Minister of Ethiopia in 2018, he worked really hard and made peace with his neighboring country Eritrea, and the war he was able to put an end to the war. So, for which the Nobel Committee recognized his efforts and conferred him the Nobel Prize in 2019. Now, the issue now is about the Tigray People's Liberation Front. Tigray is a province of Ethiopia, or northern part of Ethiopia. Again, the problem is the clan struggle. The complaint is that Tigrayans are marginalized in administration. That is the major complaint. So, they have started revolting, and now Ethiopia has sent its troops to Tigray to ensure that law and order prevails over. We have to wait and see what is going to happen. It is just an issue that is blowing. So, it is a time to read and grow your knowledge along with the issue. That is the way we have to learn. And see, Tigrayans and Oromo. Oromo is the major clan of Ethiopia. Oromo is one clan. In fact, Abiy Ahmed is an Oromo, and Tigrayans another ethnic clan. So there is a clan fight between these two. There is a clan fight in Ethiopia. So how the nation is able to find a solution to the problem is what the world is looking at. So otherwise, another African nation may get plunged into war. We have to wait and see. So lessons from Vietnam and Bangladesh. A very good article. Vietnam and Bangladesh are on the roll, the article says, or it's on a roll. Bangladesh has become the second biggest exporter, apparel exporter after China. We know that the biggest chunk of export revenue of India comes from textiles. The biggest chunk of exports, out of what we export, the biggest chunk comes from export revenue comes from apparel, from textiles. So textile is an important sector for Indian economy. Here both Bangladesh and Vietnam are making big leaps. That is what the article says. Vietnam over a period of time has been able to increase its exports by 240%, while Bangladesh has become the biggest exporter only after China. So this is something that we also have to be concerned about. So why have they made such big leaps? That's the question. They have made the labor policies, they have made available cheap labor. See, businesses do not know the countries or barriers or anything. Businesses will go where they can make returns. That's how businesses function. So they made an open trade policy. Less expensive workforce and a generous incentive for firms to operate. So these are the three things that very clearly these two nations have done, where India has gone behind. That's what the article says. So now, how do we open up? Today I shall briefly speak about the free trade, the concept of free trade. We know that the World Trade Organization that sits in Geneva is the regulator of trade in the world. In fact, in the dictionary of trade, the word regulation does not have any space. The concept of free trade speaks that goods and services must flow beyond the artificial boundaries of nations. I shall repeat again, goods and services must flow beyond the artificial boundaries of nations. That is the concept of free trade. I shall tell you how businesses or trade is restricted is what I would tell you. Then what are the new ways that too I shall tell you. Please listen to me. Consider a country here and consider another country here. In this country, a particular product A is available for say 100 rupees. There are average prices 100 rupees. Say take it bath soaps. So there are many agencies that sell bath soaps for 100 rupees. But thanks to XYZ reasons, same business houses producing same businesses here can sell the same product here for 50 rupees. They can profitably sell. Companies in this country can profitably sell the products to consumers of this country for 50 rupees. So what is going to happen? The moment the same products or same quality products are available for 50 rupees, consumers of this country will stop purchasing goods by domestic manufacturers because they get price benefit. The mindset of the consumer remains the same everywhere. Everybody wants to buy the best product at the cheapest price. So earlier on they were forced to buy it for 100 rupee, now they get it for 50 rupees. will forget all loyalty to domestic manufacturers, and they will start buying products from other countries. So immediately it is a problem. Why? Because these companies give tax to the government, they provide employment to people. So the government of this country has got some kind of affinity towards domestic manufacturers. So what will they do? They generally impose three kinds of restrictions on foreign goods. One, banning. Two, quantitative restrictions, QR. Three, high tariff. So three kinds of trade barriers are imposed generally by companies. What are they? One is banning. Your product is not banned here, nobody can sell this product here, that is called banning. The second is quantitative restriction. The quantity of goods that can be imported to this country is restricted, that is called QR, quantitative restriction. The third is called high tariff. Listen, 50 rupee, the product is sold at 50 rupee. So government will, what will the government do? Government will impose say 100% tax or 200% tax, meaning 100 rupee taxation, 200% tax, so 150 rupees. Look, again the domestic product gets price advantage over the imported product. So these are the three things by which countries impose restrictions on imports by providing protection to domestic manufacturers. This is what is stopped by the World Trade Organization. Goods and services must flow beyond the artificial boundaries of nations. The boundaries that we make for our country or other countries are man-made. That has no place in trade. If somebody wants to sell products to our country, it must be permitted. If our manufacturers want to sell our products to other countries, their boundaries must be open to us. This is the basic concept of free trade. So this is what is briefly mentioned in this particular article. They have opened up their economy. They allowed foreign participants to come and open shops in their country, and they cleverly used investment. To promote their industry. They made sure that labor force cost is reasonable. So India also has to make its own experiments to make sure that our market is investment friendly, and that is the only way out by which we can improve our export of apparels. Okay, so that is the essence of this article. I have given you a background, and based on this background you have to assimilate more things. Academic credit banks, degree with entry and exit option soon. We know, listen, this academic credit banks or degree with entry and exit option has been the hallmark of the new education policy. The first national agricultural education policy is set to bring in academic credit banks and degree programs with multiple entry and exit options to 74 universities, and a new report is to be submitted to the government within 2 months' time. So already this is aligned with the national education policy. So you can join a graduation program, and that is for 3 years or 4 years. Maybe after 2 years you can exit, and you may get only a diploma. That is what is entry and exit, easy entry and exit policy. So that is going to happen in the case of agriculture education too. So please read now. The government has, it is only a basic news information. We have to wait for the full report to come. When only the report comes, this will also become important, as national education policy 2020 is important. India Maldives signed 4 MOUs to boost ties. We know that recently now it is okay Now it is okay. So thank you very much, good to hear that the voice is okay. Our technical team has been checking, thank you very much. So thanks to the technical team. So we shall continue. India Maldives signed 4 MOUs to boost ties. So we know that recently India gave a 400 million line of credit. Exim Bank of India, Export Import Bank of India provided a 400 million line of credit to Maldives, and the Maldives Great Malay Connectivity Project GMCP, to which India granted 500 million. Very important, when India gives a help, provides a help to another country, especially a neighboring country, then those things become very important from the point of view of examination. Okay. So Aung San Suu Kyi, the Prime Minister of Myanmar went for elections recently. Aung San Suu Kyi is Nobel Peace Prize winner. She is the de facto Prime Minister of the country, though she does not have the title of the Prime Minister. She is the State Councillor. She holds the title of State Councillor, but she is the de facto Prime Minister of the country, the most powerful person in the country. Her political party, National League for Democracy. I remember all these things were asked for your examinations, previous examinations. What is the name of the political party of Aung San Suu Kyi? It is National League for Democracy. So it is expected that National League for Democracy will make a big sweep in the recently concluded elections in Myanmar. So we have to wait and see. Once the result comes out, it will be very important from the point of view of your exams too. So you must be familiar with the name Aung San Suu Kyi, the councillor or the de facto Prime Minister of Myanmar, and the capital of Myanmar is Yangon, and her political party's name is National League for Democracy. Watch out for that. The Competition Commission of India to probe Google's abuse of position. Again a very important news item. What is this Competition Commission of India? It is a regulator in this country. We had an organization called MRTPC, Monopoly Restrictive Trade Practices Commission, MRTPC, Monopoly Restrictive Trade Practices Commission. Monopoly is an anathema to free trade. Monopoly is not accepted. So monopolies cannot be, see, listen, what is monopoly? Allowing big cartels to form. Suppose there is only one seller of cement in India, then what will happen? He will start dictating price. He will decide what is the cost of one bag of cement. So monopolies are not a hearty thing for a free economy. So monopolies must be restricted. So Monopoly Restrictive Trade Practice Commission, MRTPC, was abolished a few years back, and CCI, the Competition Commission of India, is a new avatar of MRTPC. And what do? They will monitor and sanction mergers and amalgamation of big corporations, and it is their duty to ensure that monopolies are restricted. They will not allow monopolies. So Google has abused its dominant position in the digital payment market. That is the accusation against them. So what is the accusation? Google has, we know about Google Pay, Google has used its dominant position in the payment market or the digital payment market. So that is what is being checked by CCI. So CCI will soon investigate the matter and will give a verdict. So you know what CCI is. It is the Competition Commission of India. What do? They will not allow monopolization, number one. They will oversee mergers and acquisition of big corporations. So, these are the two things that you have to know about CCI. Okay. So, thank you very much for watching the videos, my session of newspaper analysis. I believe that it is benefiting my students. I am very sorry for the voice disturbance in between. We shall make sure that we will fix the matter forever, and I require all the students to participate in class of this kind. Tomorrow at 3 o'clock in the evening, you will have a live session on English by my colleague Mr. Krishnan. Krishnan sir will take a class on English. So, make sure that you all attend. So, we have got 2 live sessions tomorrow at 12 o'clock. I will come with my newspaper analysis of November 11, and in the evening at 3 o'clock, Krishnan sir will provide you a good class on English. So, we are making all efforts on our side to make sure that you all work with a kind of a vigor, but that vigor is not seen while doing daily short exams that we give. Enliven your life. You may be forced to sit in your home for a long time now, but that is the reality and we cannot do anything. But you can ensure that you work well and you work with a focus. I told you many times before that horses are run by clipping their eyes from 2 sides, so that they can always see the goal. So, work with a kind of a fire in your stomach. That is how you can succeed in competitive examination. Plenty of exams are coming. You have got the CHSL is one examination that many of you can write, the combined higher secondary level examination. The last date is December 15, and one good announcement from our side is that we are announcing our coaching classes for Staff Selection Commission on November 15. So, anybody who is interested or appearing for those exams also can participate in the course. So, thank you very much. Thank you all.